On the 10th of May of 2013, 33-year-old Marlon O'Reilly had been celebrating his birthday at the Dovecote pub in Cockshut Hill in the Yardley area of Birmingham. Now Marlon knew shady characters, he knew gangsters as well, but he was not part of that lifestyle. According to friends and family, Marlon O'Reilly's sole purpose in life was to provide for his children. What was supposed to be a quiet drink to celebrate the dad's birthday turned out to be his children's life turned upside down. Marlon would be executed even, in the pub in a case of mistaken identity. In what was described as a targeted and pre-planned at 5:43 p.m. in front of boisterous and swarming pub full of drinkers, the dad of two, who was also a graphic design student, had been wearing a distinct white t-shirt, which West Midlands police believe was a similar t-shirt worn by the intended target. And he had come face to face with a man holding a gun. Now the hitman, Paul Davies, was assigned to the Contract K, and as part of a family and gang rivalry that centred on disrespect, Paul had spotted Marlon wearing a t-shirt that was white as he passed by on his quad bike. Now Paul put in a call to his mates to say that he had spotted the target. However, rather than do his due diligence, Paul, who was said to be an imposing figure, well built, standing over 6 feet tall and dressed in a blue tracksuit, had stormed into the pub, armed with a gun. A quick scan of the pub revealed Marlon O'Reilly enjoying a quiet drink with friends in the corner. In a matter of 45 seconds, Paul Davies had pressed the trigger. Marlon had been struck 5 times and then collapsed to the ground, and then Paul had walked back outside of the pub before he fled on his quad bike. The judge commented the reason Marlon O'Reilly had been executed in such brutal fashion and so publicly was because the incident was nothing more than a miscalculated revenge concerning an incident at a gym where 3 men had been involved in a brawl earlier in that day in a Sheldon area, which left 1 man being bladed. Now the 3 men who had been involved in the incident at the gym in Sheldon were Alexander Bell, who was 23 years old, 27-year-old Stephen Gowley, and 28-year-old Jermaine Hanno. According to friends of Marlon, when the incident took place in the Sheldon gym, Marlon was not present and he had nothing to do with the altercation. However, Marlon and the intended target had gone out for a drink as they were friends. In the aftermath, Marlon didn't know anything about this. So when Paul Davies had entered the pub, the intended target, who was also wearing a white t-shirt, had actually gone to the toilet. Now Paul, on instinct, had driven by the notion of revenge, and he walked up to Marlon, who was wearing a white t-shirt too, and at almost point-blank range, pressed the trigger 5 times, killing Marlon O'Reilly. Now Paul Davies was found guilty of the and he was told that he would have to serve a minimum term of 31 years in jail. As for Alexander Bell, Stephen Gowley and Jermaine Hanno, they were overheard by police in the hospital, talking to each other in whispered voices, saying, "I need a fresh one." Police took that to mean that they needed a gun. However, those 3 men were acquitted of any crime and they were allowed to walk free. Condolences. Does the crime match the sentence? Let me know. Stay safe.